Well, here we are, look. I am riding through the Barbican in Plymouth with my Innovv Agusta Enduro Veloce. Absolutely gorgeous bike. So we're at the Innovv Agusta shop on the Barbican in Plymouth. Andy Bowman is the salesman there. He gave us a call, said come and do a ride. So we picked these up. So we're just trying to get out onto a bit of better road. Let's see how we get on. So first time riding an Innovv Agusta, and this is the Enduro thing. It reminds me of two things. It looks like the Desert X type bike for the Ducati, and it also reminds me from the side of a Honda Africa Twin, but the really old one, the original ones, the XL 750. From the front it looks a bit like the new Africa Twin, but it's really nice. I've got to admit it's still warming itself up. It's a little bit grabby in first gear. So the Innovv Agusta shop is right in the middle of Barbican. Those of you who know Plymouth will know that Barbican is the oldest area in Plymouth, right down by the water. It's got the harbour there and the marina. It's a really popular place for nighttime bars, restaurants, things like that. And the actual Innovv Agusta showroom it's in a really cool place. It's in this really old building, very quirky. It's just a really nice place. There's loads of motorbike parking outside, and so I said, Andy gave us a ring and said come down and have a go, and here we are. I haven't even had a chance to look at the screen yet and see what this does, but I really like the ergonomics of it. It's got a nice big screen, TFT screen. The mirrors are pretty cool. Now, Andy was telling us that 21-inch front wheel on this. He said you will notice a difference when you're steering. He said it's very light to move. I mean, it's quite a big bike. I couldn't tell you how heavy it was, but it's quite a big, tall bike. He said you will find it quite easy to turn into corners. There's a big tyre on it. You sort of go, ooh, is it going to be okay? Well, I've had a 21-inch 850 GSA, which is cracking to ride. And this reminds me in size and sort of ergonomics of it all, bit similar to that. So I feel like I'm not riding anything out of the ordinary, but it is quite a nice thing. I'll tell you something I can find though, the accelerator feels the throttle handle here. It's quite an effort to turn it. As soon as you want it, relax your hand a little bit, it's like it wants to close itself down really quite quickly. I've not noticed that before on a bike. So that it's almost, if you imagine the spring to return it back to zero is quite strong on it. So one thing I've learned, lots of slow speed riding here, even though this is quite a big bike. It's you've got to actually give it a bit of jip in first gear, otherwise it will remain jerky. That makes sense. So the bike has all the bells and whistles, heated grips, cruise control comes as standard. Oh. And it's very nice, good seating position. So it's a bit unnerving, the jerkiness of the bike in first gear, but hopefully I'm getting used to it by now. I've not been riding it very long, and it's only been in first and second gear most of the time, up into third now, which is great. Stuck in traffic. Look at all this.
We're in a different part of the world.
We are in Dartmoor, or on Dartmoor.
Ooh.
A cracking ride, gone through all the clay pits and past the new lithium mine that's about to start. And we're here now, outside Cornwood, which for those of you with military background will know that where the Aoocci Way starts here, the Aoocci Way endurance run. The 30 miler for the Marines starts somewhere near here. And here we are. Look at this. Look at this rascal. Now, first impressions, looking at it from where you are.
What is it?
It is an MV Enduro Veloce.
MV Agusta?
MV Agusta, yeah. And we've got it from our mate Andy in Plymouth.
McPherson Motorcycles in Plymouth.
That's the rascal. Andy Bowman is their salesman. He called us up and said, come and ride some of these. I'll just throw the keys on the floor. So we did. Now, from a distance, what does this remind you of? First impression for me,
Africa Twin,
was the old Africa Twin, the XL 750, with this sharp rake on the tank and the big thing here. It's absolutely gorgeous to ride. 21-inch front wheel. I know people are worried about things like that, but this just flies. 3-cylinder, 931cc, is it?
something like that. Yeah, we're putting
all the details will be there. But my word, what a beast! It's absolutely gorgeous. We can tell you about the stuff, the switches and all the rest of it, but I just want to, look, I'm grinning because I enjoyed riding it so much. You'll see the roads on the video, some really nice gnarly little roads, and this just flew. One thing I did notice, and I mentioned it when we were driving through Plymouth because it took us forever to get out of Plymouth, the spring on this, the return spring, is really, really strong. You need to have a feel of it, I think, Tobes.
Okay.
To prove that, that's the throttle.
Oh, yeah. But I quite like that because a lot of them, you end up
Sloppy,
being like that, really sloppy and having to hold it. That gives you, it feels like you're gripping hold of something.
I actually found it quite hard in some places, holding onto it for a long length of time in slow traffic. Because it's not hydraulics, it's all cables and all the rest of it. I found in first gear, all that slow moving traffic was an absolute nightmare because you got to feather the clutch and give it some revs really, which is like my old 850 GSA had to do. So it took a bit of getting used to, but my God, what an awesome bike. It's just, I'm like grinning away like a 3-badge rock ape. So the screen, I don't know how you move it, or if you can move it, but you know, I didn't need to move it. It just felt everything was right. It's keyless ride.
Is it all LED lights or is it?
Yeah, I'm going to switch them on, mate, if I can remember how to do it. Do they come on?
Yeah. And I tell you what, it looks like, I don't know, it looks like a Batman.
Almost like the new Africa Twin.
Yeah.
In many ways. But
it's, you can tell the Italians have had everything to do with styling this, can't you?
Well, as I was explaining on the video, hopefully it'll come out. It's got no flashy bits like adjustable suspension. There's a, you know, a twisty thing here you got to mess about with. But these bikes are all handmade.
And they're made by a human.
A person with hands and opposing thumbs.
Who'd have thought?
So Andy was telling us that MV make 7,000 bikes a year, which is about what BMW do in a day. Unbelievable. And I think that shows an attention to detail, which a mass-produced bike probably doesn't have. So one guy builds the whole bike, I believe. That might be wrong, but you get a box when you buy the bike with all the details of the bike in, saying you own it. Andy showed us the box. Some of the bikes, somebody's got a bike that's phenomenally expensive, has a massive big box with all these extras you can add to it. But standard, cruise control, heated grips.
Let's have a look at all the controls, because there's a lot of buttons on here, aren't there?
I didn't have time to press them. A, because I was slow riding in town, and then when I got out, I was having too much fun riding. But the screen, TFT screen, it does everything you would expect it to do.
I like that screen. What? Because that's like matte, but a little bit shiny, but really bright.
It is bright. It's very nice, actually. So these are the things you can go through. And when you get to traction control, anti-lock braking system, whether you can actually change that. Oh, you can. Hang on, let's see if I can do that. Adjust something. Okay, so that's the level of, I suppose, the anti-lock, and we go up and see engine brake, maximum engine braking. So engine braking is when you roll off the throttle and you feel the bike starts to slow down on its own. BMWs are renowned for it. You can stop them on a sixpence sometimes. But I did comment when I was riding that the engine braking on this is quite good, even though it's a 3-cylinder, but buttery smooth. 3 cylinders are just really nice. Triumph and make 3-cylinder bikes just really, really good. The quick shifter on it is awesome. I mean, I thought it was as good. Is it the XR 1000, the BMW?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's a phenomenal quick shifter, like the M series and all those things. That's just as nice. Up or down, it was just smooth the whole time. Lovely seating position. As soon as you got in, you're not leaning forward, you're not leaning back. You just go, wow, this is right. Handlebars are great. Mirrors are good. What's not to like?
Well, and you get panniers with this as well, don't you?
You can get panniers. They're alley panniers. We only saw the bike in the showroom had one on this side. It was quite a narrow one, like the Triumph type ones. I don't know who make them. This one here, I would imagine, has a cutout on it. I'm sure you can get, because there's holes here for a top box as well. But, you'd take this touring easily. It's just so nice. Now, I know Italian people worry about Italian bikes. I've got a mate who's got a Ducati, and he doesn't call it his bike. He calls it his hobby because he spends his whole time fixing it. I've had Chigevas that were a nightmare for electrics. The electrics die on them really well. But I would think that because this has had so much time taken over it, I'm hoping the electrics would be a lot better. Time would tell, I suppose.
I really like the idea that one person has built that bike.
Just lovely. Look, this is what I like as well. Touring bikes, off-road bikes. This is an off-road bike when it has the right stuff on. They've got proper padding there, not just the tank you're going to scratch. The seat is really comfortable. It's hard. I thought, God, it's like sitting on a church chair. You're not meant to be comfortable in there apparently. But after a few minutes of it, so it's like memory foam. You remembered how big my arse is. So it's just very comfortable. Look at that for the size of a pillion seat though. That is, at its narrowest, 9 inches wide. And at its widest, it's probably, 14?
Yeah, that is huge, isn't it?
It is massive. And it is...
ribbed.
Always good to be ribbed, mate. So that's 9, 18, 16 inches in length. Very comfy seated pillion, be happy with that. Nice grab handles. Just a lovely bike.
It looks something special. And do you know what? I was riding behind you on another one, so you'll see that in another video. The amount of people that were looking around to see what that bike was
Really?
quite astounding, actually, because MV Agusta have never been on my radar because they've always been so far away. There's never been anybody selling them. And the amount of people that were looking around to see, what is that?
Well, I don't know, because like when a Ducati starts up, it sounds like a bag of spanners flying at 40,000 feet, doesn't it? I don't know what this sounds like, but we'll start it. But that sounded awesome once it wound it up a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll give it a start, shall I? If I can remember how to do it.
Nice.
It's a proper 3-cylinder, that, isn't it?
It is. It's got that ring to it, hasn't it?
It has.
Really nice ring. But I like what they've done with the colours. The red and the silver are striking, aren't they? So that's their colour for this bike. But you look at the engine. The engine's got different colours to it.
It's lovely.
And look, this is that badge, isn't it? So this bike was made by that person there.
I'm just grinning away thinking this is awesome.
I think that says there. I can't see in there.
I haven't got my glasses, my gig lamps. But look at the attention to detail over the exhaust.
Yeah.
That's just, some people, bikes don't have that. They just, whatever.
And what sort of price was this? Do you remember?
I think it was about 17 and a half, 17, just under 18.
So you're getting a lot of bike for the money. I mean, you've got LED rear lights, LED front lights, that massive screen.
Is these lights on at all the time? Or is it just these?
Just the back lights, which actually look really smart.
So nice.
They do look like somebody's wearing one of those masks.
What, a bat mask?
Yeah, on the front and on the back. They've kept the styling there. You can see how the styling's gone all the way through, can't you?
Yeah.
Ooh. They're really bright as well.
Are they?
Yeah.
We like this bike.
It looks very smart.
Give us a thumbs up and all the rest of it. Subscribe. All the details will be there where we can. Thanks, Andy, for letting us ride this in some awesome little roads.
And have a look at McPherson Motorcycles in Plymouth. It's a really quite a special shop in there. And
We'll do a
show
video
you
about
another
that,
video.
I think, shall we?
Got to.
Excellent.